Hi guys, Tracy here, and I'm going to be scrapbooking these two pictures today. My sister was in town this week from New Brunswick. There she is now. And we spent a day out sort of running errands. We did some scrappy shopping, and we had my youngest daughter with us and her son. And so we've challenged one another to scrapbook these pictures that we each took of each other. So I took this with my iPhone and she took this one with her iPhone. And these are just Instagram photos, which I never use Instagram, but I caved to peer pressure. And so we challenged ourselves to each do a layout using these same photos, and we challenged ourselves to use the products that we bought that day. I only bought paper that day, so I'm going to have to go outside of that for letters and embellishments and stuff. But also that day I gave her an assortment of little embellishments from my stash, and so I'm going to try to use mostly the stuff that I had given her because she'll be using the same, and it's sort of like she got those things on that day. So anyways, and we're going to see what we come up with. So I'm just going to share with you guys, this will be like a mini tiny little haul version of a little haul portion of this video. So our local scrapbooking store had a bunch of pages on sale for 40 cents or 50 cents, I can't remember. And so these are all Doodlebug design paper, and it's flocked. It's really, I actually hate the feeling of flocked stuff, so, but it's really pretty. I'm not going to touch it. And this is like a neon green with a lighter green behind it, and I love it. I don't have any neon stuff, so I thought that would be a good way to kind of punch up some of my layouts. I love everything that everyone else is doing with neons these days, and I just don't have any neon supplies. So I got enough of this to share, actually, so I'm going to be giving some of this away. That's why I've got like 6 pages of it, but I thought it would be really cool in Project Life. I love some Project Life spreads that some other people are doing with lots of blacks and whites and neons, and so I'm hoping I might get some more neon stuff as time goes by. So that's that, and I don't think I'll be using that on this layout, because I just don't have, you know, when you use neon, it's nice to have an assortment. And I'm getting some sprays from Kate, so I'm hoping that, I think she's probably going to send that pink that she loves so much. So I don't know. I'll be happy with whatever she sends me. Thanks, Kate. And so I got this. This is Basic Gray from the PB&J. And I got it for this teensy little green chevron. I thought this would make a cool background paper and also a cool layering paper, so I probably won't use the polka dot, although I do like the polka dot, but I'm guessing I'll use this. And I only bought a small selection of single pages. And then I thought that this pattern was cool. This is also from the PB&J, I think. Yeah. I thought this pattern was cool, and this would look really nice layered under, like as a mat or as kind of something that's peeking out. So I really like the hand-drawn look of it, and I also really like the red in these flowers, so I thought I'd probably use that. This one I bought for this side. I love red. Red is my favorite color, although I guess it's sort of being replaced by yellow. I use yellow a lot too. So I really love this. It's kind of like a chevron, but it's that kind of, it might be a herringbone. I think that's what they call that, but I really like it. So I thought I'd use that. I really imagined this in my Project Life, so that's sort of why I bought that one. And then I only bought, I'm going to put this aside for a second. This is also from the PB&J, and I bought it for just the plain red. I love Basic Gray's plain distressed solid pages, and so I bought this for this because it's red. It's my favorite color. And I also kind of like this. It's kind of one of those patterns that I might like a small amount of this behind something or whatever. It's kind of a lot on its own, but I love all the colors in it. It's really cool. So got that. And then I got these Simple Stories. This was a bit of an impulse buy, these two right here. They were by the checkout, really, and that's I just really like the colors, lots of reds and blues and yellows, and then I just thought that this chevron thing here was really cool, so I might use this, kind of like cut it off or use it in parts, or cut out each of these and piece them back together again, maybe do some stitching, I don't know, but I really, I liked this, and I love multicolored chevrons, so And I just used the last of that the tiny little multicolored chevron that came in the Studio Calico kit, so it's a bit of a replacement for that. And then these are both from the What's Up, and I just fell in love with the clouds. I just thought they were really cool, and so I got them. I don't think I'll be using the back sides of them. I think I'll use them both for backgrounds, or I might cut this one up in Project Life, but I think I'm going to use this one on the background of the layout I'm about to do. I think. I don't know for sure. So I got those from the What's Up collection from Basic Gray. And then I got this mostly for Project Life. It is from the Nostalgia collection from My Mind's Eye. And sorry about the glare, it's still in its little package thingy. And I just I like the button labels, and I like these little things, and I thought these bits and pieces and stuff would look really nice in Project. I think these are too long for Project Life, but I thought these would be cool. So because I bought this, and it's sort of those muted colors, I don't have a whole lot of those muted colors, I picked up a couple of papers from that line just to make sure that I had at least something to tie in. So I got this diagonal stripe, which I love diagonal stripes, and I got this, which is kind of a pink, I don't know what you call that, they're like little corners. And I like the back. The back is black with this kind of triple dot pattern, and the back of this is just lined, so I probably won't use that. So, and then I got this awesome bunny paper. No, I'm just kidding. This pink wood grain. The lady, when I was checking it out, she said, "Oh, you're getting the bunny paper." And I was like, "What? What bunny paper?" I didn't remember picking any bunny paper. And it was the back side of this, which I think is really cool. This is Jilly Bean Soup, Southern Chicken Dumpling Soup. And there are bunnies on the back of it for, I guess, if you were doing Easter layouts, which I never do Easter layouts. So I'm going to try to use some of these papers. As I said, probably not this, and probably not the reds, because I got those mostly for Project Life, but you never know what'll show up. So I'm going to shut up now and put you guys on fast forward. Okay guys, so I decided fairly early in the process that I wanted to use that What's Up, what's it called, in-flight paper as the background. And so I just trimmed out my photos and decided to lay them beside each other instead of stacked. And I wanted them to be in the center of that kind of starburst or sunburst, I don't know what you call that shape, that's in the background of the paper. And I really wanted to use that. As soon as I noticed that lacy red and cream colored paper, that's the back side of one of the My Mind's Eye Nostalgia papers, and I just made sure that I cut off a part that didn't cut into that chevron that I wanted to use, that kind of large piece together patchwork chevron. And so I just cut that because I really liked the look of it, and I like a pattern that's not too bold as a layering piece. So I went with that, and I wanted the photos to be in the center of the starburst so that it's sort of radiating from them. I'm just pointing out that the title of that story is called Joy in the Morning, and we did have a pretty fun morning, although I don't think we left the house until afternoon, but I just thought it was a nice title to have there, so I made sure that that was showing. Those are the manufacturer's strips from the What's Up paper. When they're cute like that, I always hang on to them, and I either use them in this layout or I throw them out. I don't hang on to them forever because I'd have 5 million of them if I did. There's just the other border that I cut off there, and I'm just kind of thinking about using that up in the corner. I end up not. And here I'm just rooting through my buttons. I think the ones I'm looking at right now are my Avalicious buttons. I keep them separate, I don't know why I keep them separate. I guess I don't need to, but I have buttons from Avalicious, and I have buttons from the Etsy store called Buttons and Badges. And so I'm just picking out ones that I think either go with the color scheme or that go with the theme. And so I knew I was going to talk about music because we have different tastes in music, so there's a girl there with a musical note that I picked out, and then I picked out a couple of other like arrows and shapes that I liked. And now I'm just cutting off all the little knobbies off of that. And I sometimes sand it, but lately I've been just using my scissors and just cutting off the knobbies because it's a bit faster than sanding. And so then I'm taking out some of those Avalicious this and that page tabs, looking for some square shapes that I'm going to cut off. I won't use it as an actual page tab. And so I'm just again looking for both colors and theme that I wanted to go with. And there's my fingers showing that I'm thinking. And so I finally decide to commit to the layers and just adding those little pieces. And here I'm going to just outline that banner piece. And I'm going to stamp inside of it. And at this point I didn't realize that that stamp would become part of the title. I thought I was just stamping the word sisters just because it was a relevant type of embellishment, but I ended up using it as part of the title. So those are a set of, I think they might be Studio G in the little tiny square package. I think they're Studio G little letter stamps. And so I'm just gonna stamp it so that that flare badge will fit there. And the stamping is a little squished in places just because it's really hard to tell the placement with those stamps. They're cheaply made, so they're not exactly placed evenly on the wooden blocks and stuff, but I think it has like a handmade look when the letters are squished up like that. It kind of looks okay. I don't mind it. And so now here I'm just getting my date stamp, and I stamped it. It's actually, it looks like it says June 4th, but it's actually June 14th. It's just the one happens to fall right where the line on the tab falls. So it says June 14th, and I inked up that stamp so that I inked the date first and then the year, if that makes any sense. And then I'm just taking, those giant rhinestones from Glitz Designs, and that is a canvas butterfly from Prima. It came in the Studio Calico kit, which I still haven't dipped into yet, believe it or not. I usually open those and start using them right away because I put away the old one as soon as the new one comes, so I've only got so long to use it. But here you see me just kind of picking out a couple more of those square shapes from the tabs from Avalicious. And I don't know what I know what I'm doing. I'm going to get stickers. Sorry, I'm out of frame. And so I just went into, I keep my journaling stickers separate from my shape stickers, and so I just picked some journaling stickers and some shape stickers. I picked those butterflies. And then this is a little label maker that I borrowed from a friend. And I'm using my clear tape because I didn't want to have these big obvious journaling strips that were going to take away from the beautiful, I just love the coloring of that beautiful greenish blue, and the beautiful cream, and I just didn't want to put anything that was going to cover it and take away from it. So I decided to go with a really subtle journaling feature. And so there you see me taping them all down. I'm taping them on the sun rays, and one of them goes the other way, and I kind of fussed with would I put it that way or the other way, and it's easier to read if I put that one going the other direction for whatever reason. And so yeah, I was kind of fussing with the placement there. I ended up putting it on equally crooked the second time. Here I'm using Jingle Bells Glimmer Mist, and Glimmer Mist does not shine on canvas, and so I don't typically use Glimmer Mist anymore because I'm just kind of over the whole glimmery look for now. I'll probably get back into it in the fall when Christmas comes and stuff, but for now I like things to be less shiny, and so so because it was canvas, I thought I'd take advantage of my Glimmer Mist. Here I'm just inking the raised edges because there were parts where the embossing just wasn't strong enough to make a real strong white mark, and so I just went over it with my Stays On White ink just to make it stand out because it's already faded in enough. I pop dotted that sister's embellishment that I sort of created using the die cut and the flare and the stamp. And now I'm just kind of fiddling around with placement. I pop dotted the me, and I'm just attaching the embellishments in such a way that there is a small cluster of various dimensions around each of the journaling strips. So it sort of brings your eye to the journaling strips. Because they are so subtle, you need to kind of draw the eye to them. And so I tried to use at least one dimensional thing that pops up from the page on each journaling strip, and then a couple of smaller little things that were more flat. And I'll get to the other two journaling strips later. I just kind of wanted to spread them around a little bit. So those are crepe paper stickers from the Storyteller collection that I've used, and as I'm trying to place some of these glitz giant rhinestones, I just leave the acetate on them so that I can place them without committing. And yeah, so now I'm just trimming off the edges of where the stickers hung over, and just kind of trying to decide what else it needs. It definitely needs something, and here I'm trying to decide between going with a title or going untitled. And while I think about that, I think I'm going to do some outlining. Yep, that's what I usually do when I'm thinking. And so I'm using a .005 pen there, which is the thinnest pen that I've ever been able to find, and it does the most subtle outline ever, which is just perfect for this because I don't want to draw attention to that journaling, but I also don't want it to get completely missed. And so here I'm having a bit of trouble with my dotted lace border punch, and so that's why it took me a while to get this final thing done here. And so yeah, you see me just kind of fussing with it a little bit and trying to get enough of it that looks good. I only needed it to look good on one side because it's mostly going to be covered. I like that punch. Actually don't like the dotted part of it, but I like the tiny little scallop to peek out, and you'll see it up close at the end. You'll see what I mean. Here are some leftover sequins from the, I think it might have been the April Studio Calico kit. It's from a Studio Calico kit. March, maybe. I think it's from the first kit I ever got, which would have been March. And so I kind of think about using them all over, and then I thought, no, that's not subtle enough. It's a little bit, they're bright, right? So I didn't want them to be so in your face. And so I pulled back a little bit and took it easy on the sequins. Just put them a little bit every here and there. And then again, I was going to do some twinkle goosebumps on all of the butterflies, and that was too much also, so I took them back. And here's the close-up. So here you're going to get to see my journaling up close. It says, "My house is messy." And then this one says, "I am calm and predictable." And the next one says, "Your house is organized." Oh my God, is it ever? It's like her house could be in a magazine. I don't know why I'm showing them twice. Sorry, guys. And then the next, okay, when am I going to show it? Your house is organized. Now here it is. You are wild and crazy, and you like rap. And this one says, "I like folk/rock," which rock is kind of hidden, but that's okay. And I'm kind of showing you all the details of, there you get to see that border punch. Why I really like it. It's the tiniest scallop that I can find. If you cover up the dots, it looks like just a tiny little scallop, and I love it. It's nice to have a variety of sizes of scallops on one page. I like that look. Then there's a close-up of that nice canvas butterfly. And now I just wanted to show you that I added the word "certainly" because at this point and I forgot to turn on the camera for it. It was just placing stickers. It was boring. So and I really like how that actually made a big difference in how it looks, like just the strip of gray across the top of it really adds something besides just a title. I think it adds something to the look of the layout as well. And I'm showing this again because I think I thought I was going to cut out that other part, and then I just got lazy in my editing, so it's all in. You also get to see a bit of a close-up of some of those embellishments and how I layered some of them. There's those cute little Studio Calico butterflies and the layering of the giant rhinestone with some stickers. And there's that Studio Calico asterisk and the Avalicious date, and you can see the 1 in the 14 if you look really close. And that red paper is almost all covered, but it is still there. And there's that butterfly again. And thanks for watching.